Hello there, boys and girls, and gentlemen and ladies who want to do a little bit of an art lesson on unicorns. We're going to go ahead and get started. And this lesson, I want you to know that you can actually um, do be real creative with it because this is going to help you to think about what you think about unicorns and give you a little bit of an opportunity to draw and be really creative and look at some history as well. This is called Unicorn Fun. Were unicorns real animals? Were they mutant animals? Were they extinct animals? Fantasy animals? What do you think? We're going to take a look. The unicorn is supposed to be a fantasy creature that has been described as an animal with a single, large, pointed, projecting horn from its forehead. And it's my own belief that unicorns were real creatures that became extinct, and I'm going to tell you why. Artists usually record visual history, and many artists from about the 12th to the 15th century, especially, did pictures of what looks like a unicorn in different places. So we're going to look at some of those. Shakespeare said, "Now I believe that there are unicorns." That's a quote from Shakespeare. These pictures of unicorns were from a very long time ago from different places, and they're always animals that look somewhat like a horse with a large horn coming out of their head. Now, unicorns not only are seen in Shakespeare and other literature, but also in the Bible. The Bible said, "But my horn shall thou exalt like the horn of the unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil." The Bible talks about the unicorn in a way like it talks about the eagle or the lion. You see ancient mosaics that have unicorns in them. God brought them out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. Here's another one. His glory is like the firstlings of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of a unicorn. Now, here we have a beautiful horse, and we have a horn that we can put on the horse. These are very, very old pictures. Now, if you talk about maybe being a detective, and I'm not trying to convince you, I just want you to think for yourself and decide what you think about the whole thing. Do you think it's a fantasy creature? Maybe a mutant? Extinct? What do you think? Now we have these pictures of unicorns. Let's draw a unicorn head. Now, if you go and click on the little place there, it will take you to how to draw the head of a horse. And it's a very easy step-by-step way. And I'm showing you how to do it. And then I want you to put a horn right in the center of the head of your horse. You can add words and colors to your picture. You can write a poem or even use a Bible verse. What are some descriptive words that you could say about a unicorn? There's a very famous master artist who I'm going to show you his pictures right here, Franz Marc. And he is very well known for doing horses, and he does them from different angles in different colors. He's an expressionistic artist. I want you to look at these step-by-step pictures that you can do one at a time, step by step. And I want you to create what you think a unicorn was. Now, some people believe a unicorn was an Indian rhinoceros. An Indian rhinoceros has a horn, and when you look carefully at the artist's pictures, the body doesn't look like the body of a unicorn that we see in the many paintings in history. Well, was it a unicorn fish or a narwhal? The fishes in this genus are known commonly as unicorn fishes because of the horn-like extension of their forehead. This painting is by the great master of the Italian Renaissance, Raphael, and it's called, the one on the right is called The Lady and the Unicorn. And we're going to draw a picture step by step of a portrait of a face. And as you can see, we're using the classic Greek proportions of the face. If you click on one of these YouTube videos, it's going to tell you step by step how to do a face. in the classic proportions and also how to do eyes, nose, and a mouth. So you can replicate a master. When I started painting, I remember I started in Denver with a gentleman named Laurie. And Laurie was a really great artist. And I was very discouraged and I thought, oh, I just can't do it. I just can't paint. He said, I want you to go to the art museum and I want you to copy some master works of art. And it's going to really make you feel encouraged. And so I did, and it really helped a lot. So as we copy this master of art work by Raphael, you can be creative as you want with it. But I want you to look at the way that the lady is holding the little unicorn. And whenever you see the pictures in history, it looks like a unicorn is a sweet and a gentle creature. Here's another picture of a lady and a unicorn. And generally they're white. And here's another one. And again, artists were like the cameras of that period. They pictured history, they pictured famous people. And so they did all picture something called a unicorn. And then no more. It's like after that, after a certain period of time, you don't see quite so many unicorn paintings. Um, Now, when you do your unicorn picture, if you put props around it, a prop is something you can put in a picture so you know how big the unicorn might be. Like a tree or a person would be a prop, or a butterfly would be a prop. Now, some people think that it's a mutant deer, like a little deer was born, and instead of having two horns on its head, it only had one in the very middle. So try to create a deer, and instead of putting the horns, if you do a step by step in this picture, instead of putting the horns on either side, put one horn in the center and see what you think about that. Do you think that that could possibly be what happened with the unicorn? Now, here we have step by step how to do a clay animal or the head of a horse. There's a video you can watch step by step right here on YouTube, and it will tell you how to do that step by step. And instead of having a horse head, you can put a horn right in the center and have a unicorn. Now, this is a very famous sculpture. Drawing and painting is art that you look at. Sculpture is art you walk around. Architecture is art you walk through, and fashion is art that you wear. So this is another form of art, and it's sculpture of a unicorn, and it's done by the great master artist, Salvador Dali. And if you click on this YouTube video, you can watch how to do one step by step. My last question to you is, have fun with this project. Do some art projects on unicorns. And think about this. Do you think it really existed? Do you think perhaps it was a mutant animal? Do you think it was a fantasy animal? Do you think that perhaps it was a real animal that became extinct, like the passenger pigeon or other animals that we look at pictures of, but we don't have them anymore because they became extinct? What do you think about unicorns? Have fun and please send me your pictures. I'd love to see how your unicorns turned out. Hope to see you again soon. And thank you very, very much for coming and listening to this video.